Welcome, we're on to Midnight Hunt Quick Draft number 13 today. Right, let's start us off. Unlucky for some, I guess. Right, Ghoulcaller's Harvest is our rare. It's an interesting one. I'm not sure I've gone black-green in this set, drafting this set before. Oh, is it just a trash rare? Or can we build? Do we want to build around this? Is the question. I know there's a black-green bear. It's a zombie bear. It's not. I feel like there's not that much support in green for zombies, but we are drafting for our collection, so we're gonna grab it. Right, Galvanic Iteration. I happen to know this would be the fourth one I've got, so that obviously could be quite nice for a spells deck. So it gives us kind of two completely different ways to go. We'll just see which option gets the most support. White would be the colour I don't have in those two cards, but we could still go white. So this is the pump spell. Not that excited by it. Okay, Dryad's Revival. That is actually kind of interesting if we have some kind of self-mill strategy to power our Ghoulcaller's Harvest. We might want Dryad's Revival in there and spells with flashback. So that's synergy. This guy is a pretty decent werewolf. It's just, it's a grizzly bear, and you can disenchant something, and it flips and becomes a 3/3. I think it's quite good. And of course, it's got a way of going to the graveyard, and stuff in the graveyard powers this up. So that's pretty decent. That's kind of interesting. But this would be obviously a solid 2-drop, which you kind of need a bunch of solid 2-drops to be consistent. Okay, ignore these two. Shipwreck Sifters. Yeah, for the kind of blue Disturb Spirits deck. Not really what we want. Blade Brand is removal card that can probably wheel around for pick 11. Behemoth, we've got big creature. Famished Foragers, Tavern Ruffians, some more creatures. Tapping at the Window is a self-mill card. It only looks for creatures, only looks at 3 cards as well. But at least it's got flashback. It's something you can do on turn 2. It's only sorcery speed. And then the Stuffed Bear. I've been using the Stuffed Bear recently. It's not too bad. You don't want to really have to use the Stuffed Bear. It's sort of quite mana intensive. My feeling is we go for the solid 2-drop here, but I think Dryad's Revival is quite good. But I'm scared to sort of pick this first. I'm hoping this wheels around. I think we'll go for the solid 2-drop. Okay, yeah, Cathar's cool. We've looked at this before because this would be a white card as well. We don't really want to go into white. I think this. It seems it's got a lot of potential. You're making a 1/1 every turn, but it's going to be vulnerable to removal. They can get a 2 for 1. Okay, draw 3. Sacrifice a creature, draw 3 for 4 mana. Pretty good. We've got combat tricks, white creatures. Soul Guide Gryph is quite good. TV's cover up. Now, Diregraf Horde is a good creature. Exiles 2 things, makes 2 zombies. Pretty nice. Ecstatic Awakener is pretty good. And that's a good early creature. So I wonder if it's a better pick than Diregraf Horde, actually. Because, like, you don't have room for that many 5-drops. So it's leaning towards the black-green deck at the moment. Tell you what, I've played Diregraf Horde recently, and it's good. I was impressed by it, but it is a 5-drop. I've not had a good run. I've not tried Ecstatic Awakener yet. And that's a 1-drop, and it's a powerful 1-drop. I think I want to give this one a try. Oh, Sunset Revelry is such a good card. But we cannot pick that. Another Ecstatic Awakener. Okay. Interesting. Morkrut Behemoth again. It's another 5-drop. I don't mind the Candle Guide. I think that's okay. That's a 2-drop. That's a 2-drop. Let's go for another Awakener. Okay, decent white card, decent green-white card. But at this point, with 5 cards in, I think we're definitely building around Ecstatic Awakener, Ghoulish Harvest. Some kind of sacrifice deck. Seems pretty good. I think we're probably going to look to be making a bunch of zombies, so Siege Zombie's a good pick. Dawnhart Rejuvenator, that's quite defensive, gives us a bit of mana fixing. Usually that'd be quite good. And that's just a solid 2-drop as well. I think it's, yes, we'll go for the Siege Zombie. Okay, mana fixing there. Novice Occultist, that is quite good. That's what you want in your sacrifice deck, right? Trouble is, we've also got Olivia's Midnight Ambush, which is a great removal card. Yeah, it's going to be one of these impossible choices. I think the pure synergy with Novice Occultist, I think I really want to pick this, and I might just pick it and ignore the really good removal card. Which is probably wrong, but I know if I don't pick this Novice Occultist now, I'll never see another one. That's my feeling. And I think I should see more removal cards, right? Oh, okay. Diregraf Rebirth. Okay, it's black-green. It reanimates stuff. Beautiful. That's perfect for the deck. I think we will officially just cut Galvanic Iteration. There we go. Oh, well, we found another Novice Occultist. We're just going to get bombarded with them. We'll probably get 5. The other option is Defend the Celestus. I've never used it before. It's an really expensive combat trick, but very powerful. But yeah, 4 mana combat tricks. They're not really adding consistency to your deck at all. Whereas Novice Occultist is fantastic for that. Right, okay. We have Bat Whisperer. Quite good with something like Siege Zombie, so you can kind of do a bit of damage with that and then get your bat. Bat Whisperer, decent 4-drop. Eccentric Farmer. Yes, this is a lovely self-mill card. Helps you hit your land drops as well. Is going to work well with flashback cards. Yeah. So I think it's got to be Eccentric Farmer. Okay, nothing really here. We'll go for a Stuffed Bear. Okay, Soul Guide Griff. Potentially that could be splashed if we need. Unlikely to play 2 Stuffed Bears, but let's grab it. There's quite a lot of white in that first pack. Oh goodness, Reckless Stormseeker. Don't mind if I do. We'll just grab that for the collection. Are we going to pivot into red for like it's basically like a 3/3 haster turn 3. I mean it's not bad, but I just like the deck I've got already a bit too much, so maybe not. Right, the Blood Thief. I did see this before. This goes well with vampires. This would be the first vampire I've added to the deck, right? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, Blood Thief. The Vengeful Strangler, I think, is very interesting. That's a nice 2-drop. Can't block though, but it puts a clock on the opponent, I suppose. And if they kill it, then they're gonna ultimately lose more stuff. Bladebrand is good, I think. Got a good red spell there. If we do want to go into red, you'd start with Moonrager Slash. But I think the green-black is looking pretty strong from the first pack. I don't think it's one decent rare is good enough to switch. Candlelit Cavalry is a good big creature, but it is definitely something that wheels around. You don't need too many 5-drops, I don't think. And Silverbolt is good removal that also tends to wheel around. I like the Vengeful Strangler. I'm going to take that. Look at our 2 slot. This is the one I usually struggle with, and we've already got 5 things there. We've already got 2 1-drops as well. Oh, there's the Poppet Stitcher. Isn't that nice? Okay. I think it wants me to make a blue-red deck. The RNG does, anyway. So this guy, very, very cool for the blue-black zombie deck. Gives me a headache, really, because this is so good. I think it is early enough. We could either go 3 colours, or we could switch to black blue. I think that is possible. Well, black, green, blue could be a thing. We could put mana fixing at a much higher priority. I think that could be a possibility. Right, Firmament Sage is good. Is a good blue card. It's got the whole day-night thing going on. It lets us draw a card, so that's quite good. I don't know if we pick it though. We'll just see if there's good stuff. No Way Out is definitely for the zombie theme. It's quite aggressive. Rotten Reunion. Pretty decent, make zombies. Path to the Festival is our mana fixing. Right. So what should I pick here? I feel like I should pick No Way Out. I have a feeling that's how this is kind of how the zombie deck beats big creatures. You just make them discard them before they can play them. And if we want to go blue, we go Firmament Sage, because that's just a good card. Last of the Festival's the mana fixing. Rotten Reunion's another thing that makes zombies, but I think it's probably not as good as No Way Out, I would say. Right, I think let's develop the blue part of the deck. Let's take Firmament Sage, and hopefully something good wheels around. Pick 12. Right. Okay. So there is Devious Cover Up. I don't think we're going heavily into blue, so we ignore that. Hobbling Zombie's good, but there is another Novice Occultist, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, I'm going to have the Novice Occultist draft. It looks like that's a big creature. I think, yeah, I like Novice Occultist. We're gonna choke on Novice Occultists. It looks like so. But yeah, we've got sacrifice outlets, and so it's going to draw us a card. I think it's going to be pretty good. Dawnhart Mentor. Now, what does this do? Okay, 0/4 makes a 1/1. That's already quite good. Coven for 6 mana. But it can give at instant speed +3/+3 and trample. Interesting card. Interesting card. Never played it before. Right. And the other option, Dawnhart Rejuvenator, is a mana fixer. So, I'd say this card is kind of defensive. It strikes me as defensive. It's quite a big mana sink. It could be a good breakthrough card late game when you've got sort of nothing else going on. It needs some setup for this to work. It's not just an immediately good card. It's kind of a wall basically and a chump blocker. This fixes the problems my deck is going to have if I'm running 3 colours. So we'll go for the Rejuvenator. Okay, it's going to throw red cards at me. We'll take the Consider in that case. Okay, blue removal goes with a self-mill theme. We've got Path of the Festival for mana fixing, and we've got Silver Bolt. I mean, we do not have much removal yet at all. But I kind of would feel happier with another mana fixing card, but which removal do we go for? We don't know if we're playing blue, so I guess we get the neutral kind of removal card. Okay, that's an okay 2-drop, but we go for the Eccentric Farmer. We're going to continue with the self-mill theme if we can. Decent, that's an okay blue creature. Candlelit Cavalry. We could have I think we could take a top-end creature here now. We've only got one 5 mana thing, so that seems okay. Okay, interesting sort of blue options. I rarely play this zombie horror card. I do like Component Collector. Never used tapping at the window before. It kind of seems a bit terrible, but it's it kind of does my it does do a bit of self-mill effectively. On the other hand, I do like Component Collector, and it does a bit of the day-night thing. I think I like. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, let's go for an OK 2-drop. Yep. Okay, we are just red drafting. We'll take the Hallowed Respite. And worth just checking in and seeing where we're at. Right, 16 creatures. I've only got 4 blue cards. We might just want to splash for Poppet Stitcher. Drop the rest. I think I want to drop 1 Stuffed Bear. So I think just splash for the Poppet Stitcher. Not happy playing 2 Stuffed Bears, so we drop 1 of those. And we're just going to figure out how we're going to splash blue in the deck. We've got one source that can splash blue. I think everything else is very reasonable, and this puts us on 18 cards, so we need 5 cards. Right, Fading Hope, Heirloom Mirror. By the way, this is a self-mill card, technically. This very, 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 very interesting card. I've never seen anyone use this. I'm kind of tempted to try and make it work. Blue removal, blue counter spell. We don't. I guess we're thinking we don't want too much blue. We do have Defenestrate here, which I think. Yes, you can't kill flyers with it, but it kills huge creatures, so I think that's a good idea. Bird Admirer is good as well. I think we'll take the Defenestrate. Maybe Heirloom Mirror will wheel around. Ominous Roost is a good blue card. And it rewards us for casting spells from the graveyard. And I'm very, very, very tempted to pick it. But no. There's nothing better. A second Siege Zombie is actually pretty good. Silver Bolt's pretty good. So the Poppet Stitcher, yeah. So Ominous Roost would makes bird tokens, and the Poppet Factory would turn those into 3/3s as well. Oh, of course, Poppet Stitcher is an instance and sorceries thing. I don't know why I forgot about that. So, how are we for instants and sorceries, you've got to ask. And we don't have that many. So, we might not be a Poppet Stitcher deck. We might just, so good chance we just drop Poppet Stitcher. Focus on the green black zombie thing. So I think we'll go for Siege Zombie here. There we go, the Grizzly Ghoul. I'll mention Hobbling Zombie because that is a really good one that we want, but there's always been something slightly better each time. But that's definitely what we want. Right, this is, we're familiar with this one, but for some reason they didn't give it flash, so it's not too good. I like the fact that the disturb option makes it good, I think. Ghoulish Procession. Now that might be very, very good. Yeah, we'll go Ghoulish Procession here. We are a sacrifice deck, kind of. That's shuffling stuff back into the library. That's not what we want to do. Bat Whisperer, decent 4-drop. Duel for Dominance is a removal card, and I think we're quite reasonable for Coven. Yeah, Timberland Guide is good for hitting Coven. Got a couple of 4-drops. I was following a guide which suggests 2 1-drops, then 7, 6. I think it might be 4 4-drops, 2 5-drops, 1 6-drop. If anything, we are a little low to the ground. We don't have much removal. Maybe another removal card is going to be about right. Interesting. Another Diregraf Rebirth. I can't resist another Diregraf Rebirth, that's the trouble, but I mean, if we're going green-black, reanimation, this is what you do. Tapping at the window as well. Seems terrible, but let's try it. Crawl from the cellar. Interesting. That's a bit of raised dead action. How many zombies did we end up with? We've only got 3 zombies. We're not a heavily zombie deck. It's pretty good, but I need 3 drops. I think Bounding Wolf's an okay 3-drop, and we take it. I think Arrogant Outlaw's an okay 3-drop. I think we grab him as well. Might have the old ways or another stuffed bear. Yeah, you don't want to have multiple stuffed bears. I think I probably won't play Might of the Old Ways, but we'll take it anyway. Timberland Guide. Yep. Candlelit Cavalry, that's nice. Another 5-drop. It's actually quite welcome. Okay. Right. So first question, Poppet Stitcher works well with instants and sorceries. But can we afford a Poppet Stitcher? Splash. But you just need 3 creature tokens and you can flip it. And probably just win the game. Seems good, to be honest. Seems sort of a bit too good to ignore. We'll take it out for the moment, but we'll probably add it back in. We'll just see what the best green-black deck is at the moment. So this is 46 of 40 cards. We have a lot of 2-drops. I think this is where we can make a few cuts. I'm going to keep all 3 Novice Occultists. I think that's a really good card. So we'll drop that one. Tapping at the window seems a little bit underwhelming. I think maybe 1 stuffed bear is good. And I quite like the top end we've got here. We want creature cards in the graveyard. I think we'll drop stuffed bear on that basis. I think we like just a higher density of creatures in the deck, so we'll drop tapping at the window. And we'll just look at our mana curve here. So I mean, Ghoulcaller's Harvest is really cool. I think we've got to keep that and play around it. Build around it. Timberland Guide. Do we just drop both of them? Yeah. And do we just drop Duel for Dominance? Maybe we drop Duel for Dominance because it's not a creature. And we might have an issue getting to Coven. There's a lot of 1s and 2s. Right, issues with... So we could splash Poppet Stitcher because it can just win you the game. We have 1 mana fixer, Dawnhart Rejuvenator. And that's it. We got no mana fixing at all, really. I think, unfortunately, yeah, just leave out Puppet Stitcher. Keep it simple. How many creatures is that? 17 creatures, cool. We do not have much removal. I think we've got 1 Silver Bolt, 1 Defenestrate, that's it. That's some reanimation cards. Do we have any flyers or reach? We've got 1 Bounding Morph for reach. Defenestrate doesn't even kill flyers. We might have a flyer problem. Bit of a gap in our defences. Okay, I think, first of all, I think I'm going to have the Grizzly Ghoul there. I'll call that end of part 1. So, and I'll have a little think about the deck. Thanks for watching so far. And welcome back. So, I've actually gone up to 45 cards. So, I've just added 2 lands and 3 cards. So I've included Duel for Dominance, Tapping at the Window, and Timberland Guide. So just 3 more 2-drops. One of them's a removal card, and we've got another. Tapping at the Window, it searches for creatures, and it mills. It puts more cards in your graveyard. So the reasoning is we've got a little bit of self-mill, not a great deal, I suppose. We've got the 2 Eccentric Farmers, basically, plus the Tapping of the Window that I've just added. We've got a small amount of card draw as well. So 3 Novice Occultist, 2 Ecstatic Awakener can all draw us cards. It might be a good idea just going up to 45 cards. I don't think we lose the deck. The deck doesn't lose too much power. By doing that, I think it's. I reckon it's okay. It also means it allows me to try out Tapping at the Window, which might be a decent self-mill card. It's not very inspiring, but maybe it's playable. Now, I'm not adding Puppet Stitcher yet. The idea is, I think, this is the more consistent form of the deck. And we'll play this until we have 2 losses. And then I'll decide if I want to try and splash Puppet Stitcher. I was thinking with Puppet Stitcher, we'll probably go down to 40 cards and 18 land. I'll try running 7 swamps, 7 forest, and 4 islands. I reckon that you might just about get away with it that way. Anyway, but we'll try this version of the deck and see how we get on. I'm not super confident, to be honest, but we'll see if we can get a win. I mean, this could be definitely could be a 0-3 deck. I always feel that way when I'm quite low on removal. Okay, it's a 2-lander. We've got a couple of 2-drops though, and then 2 3-drops. If we can draw that land, we're going first, so we don't get that extra card, unfortunately. But I think we've got to go for this. I think we lead with a Vengeful Strangler, to be honest. Probably a Timberland Guide will just give himself a counter. There's the third land. That's really good to see. Playing this, the only problem playing this first, he could have removal. Interesting. So he's actually got a good blocker for it. So we'll just play. We could Timberland guide this. Which might not be the smartest idea in the world, but it got me through 3 damage that turn. Oh, that's interesting. Right. Okay, we'll do no blocks. So he's got Rotten Reunion. That's interesting. So yeah, he slammed in for 3. Oh, you can always exile 0 cards. Right, yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I took advantage of that before. So I think I swing for 4 here. And of course he can. So where X is his power, we could defenestrate this guy, but I don't know. Maybe Arrogant Outlaw's good here. Yeah, 2-point drain life. It helps me race a little bit. Oh, that's getting exiled, nice. That's too big for me to deal with. Nice, that's 6 damage through. 7 damage through. Sweet. Okay. Pretty good turn. So it's 3-5. It can get to 5. Do 5 more damage next turn. I've got a chump blocker I could play, which might get me to land number 4. Or we just blow it up with Defenestrate. I think it's quite a big threat, really. Let's blow it up. He gets to look at his top 3 cards and get any of those cards, which is quite a nice option for him. Bat Whisperer, okay. Novice Occultist. See if we can double block here. It's pretty ropey, but He might have more instant removal, but we're going to risk it. Okay, nice. It's a lot of damage. Is that? I think that's the. Oh yeah, that gives a point of toughness as well. So yeah, we have a little bit of combat trickery going on. It's quite a good one still in Vitality with a Festival Crasher, I guess. Grizzly Ghoul could trade off here. This can swing in for 3. I guess he's got some follow-up, maybe a trick. Still Vitality number 2. Cat trades off. Another Bat Whisperer, and a bat in the air. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we just feel quite behind here, but we'll play a 5/5. Just see if he's got. It would be removal spell number 3. Or possibly a combat trick. 2 cards left. Okay, Stinger can get up to 3 power. So I'm nearly dead. Oh great, Neonate's Rush. He did have another removal spell, and not much I can do about the bat. This deck is very vulnerable to flyers, unfortunately. It doesn't help having Defenestrate as my removal spell. Okay, let's play Ghoulcaller's Harvest, because that's kind of fun. So what happened here? Yeah, Festival Crasher with all the removal as well. So let's just pump it up. I think we kind of, yeah, we had a 2-lander, but we'd got the 3rd land straight away, but we were stuck on getting land number 4 for a little while. A couple of turns, I think. Turn or 2. But yeah, couldn't stand up to the removal there. Might be a quick one. Right, a couple of 2-drops. Dawnhart Rejuvenator seems okay. So yeah, I guess problem with Ghoulcaller's Harvest. once you've got a lot of creatures in your graveyard, it's probably the end of the game. Pretty much, or pretty close. It's not a great answer card when you're behind. Okay, there's land number 4. That's good news. Right, so having a long think here. Turn 2. I wonder what he could be thinking about. Okay, Wrangler, okay. It's a pretty good card, really. Okay, it's a solid creature. If we double block the Traveller, we could run into Startle. Ah, nice, yeah. But he won't attack, okay. Counter spell. Trying to think. He's actually, tell you what, he's got a, he can now tap my creatures with the Wrangler. That's what I'm thinking. Now you should tap one of my creatures now. I could tap in response to do a point of damage, but then I'm kind of wide open. Okay, he's gonna let... Okay, right, we'll Siege Zombie. Okay, we have a land. I'm going to start tapping at the window. That's just... Oh, of course, he has gone to nighttime. Right, that's why he did nothing. That's pretty good. We get the cavalry. It's a shame to see these two good cards disappear, but that is the way of things. I think I'd like another blocker out. Okay, tap the siege zombie. Okay. Oh, I guess we cast 2 spells. I wasn't even paying attention there. That is also getting bounced. Okay. Yeah, obviously we're not going to tap to do a point of damage. Right, I think the blue counterspell in this set costs 3, so I think I'm going to go for the Candlelit Cavalry. Seems reasonable. Now, I quite like having this as a blocker. I think I might go Ecstatic Awakener this turn. Okay, that's locked in the cemetery. Fair enough. So a good point is, I think I'm much better off sacrificing the cavalry, because I can reanimate him later. I don't think I've got any way of getting rid of this enchantment. Cool, he doesn't get summoning sickness, so that's quite nice. I think we'll just swing in with the 4/4. See if he, of course he might want to tap him down. Eccentric Farmer, maybe we don't need the Eccentric Farmer so much. I think now we do a Siege Zombie. We won't play both Siege Zombies though. Okay, that's tapped. I could have tapped him for mana. Yeah. Never mind. Silver bolts. Okay, siege zombie. 1, 2, 3. Cool, another Eccentric Farmer. I think we just swing in with a demon again. Okay, let's pop him on top. So, I guess we don't really want to mill him. We'd like to draw that guy again. We could tapping at the window to draw him and replay him. Maybe that's a good use of tapping at the window. Because we know we've got a hit. Huh. I guess we found something better. I think that's better, the Grizzly Ghoul. And let's see how many cards we've got left. 24. I fancy playing Eccentric Farmer. I could do a good... Yeah. Yeah, maybe an Eccentric Farmer. Swamp. How good's that getting? It's actually not that good. So I'm definitely seeing a turn where I Ghoulish Harvest, get loads of zombies, next turn attack with all of them, they all die, then I play Grizzly Ghoul and it's huge. Maybe that's a bit long-winded, but okay, I'm going to end the turn there. So this guy's... Alright, he's got... he can sack his zombie and get a 4/4. He's not doing it though. Okay. Let's see, zombie. Okay. Oh, it's night time. Okay, right. So this is a 4/4. Okay. Okay. I'm going to play a swamp. I'm going to Eccentric Farmer again. I'm just going to keep digging. We got Diregraf Rebirth. Nice. Okay, let's get a forest. I think that's pretty cool, right? got an idea that I just attack with some expendable creatures, right? Siege Zombie not expendable, but I'll just do this and this. So we want to get Grizzly Ghoul out of Silverbolt range, because he's not actually a werewolf, as it turns out. This is instant speed. Okay, so he's going to sack that. Okay, cool. They're both dying. I'm drawing 2 cards. Okay, got rid of some lands. And we will Grizzly Ghoul. He has flipped the switch. I can't believe it! Sure. Sure. He had mana for everything that turn. Shame. Okay. Okay, Ghoulish Harvest. It's 4 zombies now. Is it worth tapping for that? It's getting to that stage of the game where, yeah, I think that's a pretty good number of zombies. I don't mind tapping this guy at this point. And we'll end the turn there. Should go back to daytime. Okay, we've got the flyer. Just cannot deal with. Yeah, it's a pretty good decision. It's 2 damage with Siege Zombie. Can we waste all these zombies? So you can block 2 of them, maybe get through with 4 damage, and then Diregraf Rebirth on a Grizzly Ghoul. Could be quite good. We could Ghoulish Harvest again, and make an even bigger Grizzly Ghoul next turn. Yeah, okay, maybe this is the play. Let's go for this. It's a fair number of zombies. I'm going to do want to play a Siege Zombie as well. I think why not? That's 13 creatures, so yeah, he's going to concede there. Okay, interesting. Didn't want to race the siege zombieing. Well, that was a grind. But we're on the board. We got a win. But that flipped the switch. That's brutal. Just all my hopes and dreams just vanishing. We've got the Awakener Novice Occultist combo, so that's pretty fantastic. Keep 7. So I guess we might do that on turn 3. Might do the sacrifice and go for it. Green white, unruly mob. Okay. Go for the occultist here. I mean, he's white, so I would not be surprised if he's got the Sun Gold Barrage. Which will make me sad, but that's good. We're getting a bit closer to the Candlelit Cavalry. I think, yeah, we just sacrifice right now. Go for it. Obviously can swing back for 3. That's interesting. He's held a blocker back. That suggests he's got something. I will just attack straight into it. I got through, so I could Ghoulish Harvest for 1 and Vengeful Strangler, or I could hold up mana for Bounding Wolf. I think let's go with the most aggressive plan, which is Vengeful Strangler. That's nice. He's still playing small things. It's reassuring. I thought it would definitely be a Candlelit Guide. Candlelit Cavalry he had there. We attack with both. We're going to make the unruly mob bigger. +2/+2. So it just matches the demon. Trades off. Fair enough. Mob gets bigger, so it's 3/3. Okay, I could play an occultist or a siege zombie. I think I'll go with a Siege Zombie. I could play the Candlelit Cavalry, obviously, but I'm going to try and catch his mob with a wolf. That's my big plan. Okay. Might have another combat trick, we'll see. He did indeed. And it's drawing him an extra card because he's got Coven. Nice. It is one less combat trick in his well, in his deck. He might have. He's still got the extra card, but for 6 mana. Right, so Strangler, problem with there is it dies to a token, Unruly Mob gets bigger, becomes 4/4. I think I'd like to do Dawnhart Rejuvenator and a Novice Occultist, and we'll just keep the Candlelit Cavalry back. We don't know if he's got more combat tricks. Nice, that's a really good card. 2 3/3s. Amazing. And 8 mana to use it again. That might just win, to be honest. Right, we could go for the Ghoulicaller's Harvest and get 2 zombies. And then that's more siege zombie damage. So I think that's a good move. It kind of, I've emptied my hand, so I've got no tricks. Yeah, he had the land. He's got an army. Oh my god. It's a bit like this set's version of Herd Migration. Good news is he's tapped out. I'm going to take out the Cathars like that. I'm going to take out 1 ant like that. And we'll take 3. It's going to be a huge unruly mob. Right, I'm thinking siege zombie time. followed by Arrogant Outlaw. And we can actually Ghoulcallers for 2 more zombies. Maybe this is my path to victory. Just siege zombieing away. Oh, that's life gain. Oh no. Oh no, he had another creature, so he's gone up to 9 life. Really, he's not attacking? Guess, yeah, Candlelit Cavalry is a problem. Right. It's going to go to night time. What does that mean? This... Oh, I guess we cast something. Ah, good point. Okay, well, we can knock out the unruly mob. It's the one I'm scared about, so... He's out of there. We've got a 5/5 trample. Yeah. Siege zombie does it again. Interesting. Maybe we made a siege zombie deck. Okay, we've got green and black, that's good. We've got Eccentric Farmers, that's pretty cool. Do we open with aggressively with the Outland Liberator, or do we play a Ghoulish Procession? That's a defender, isn't it? So this is only a 2/2, it won't actually get through the Larder Zombie. So I think that's an argument for Ghoulish Procession. But then again, we need to build up just the bodies on the board. Because Eccentric Farmer is going to bounce on the Larder Zombie as well. I'll feel quite bad if he blows this up when I don't have a Ghoulish Procession in play. I'll be surprised if he just chooses to blow this up. But, okay, Nebelgast Intruder. Oh no. Flares are not good. They're not part of the plan. Okay. I think swing with the Liberator. Might trade off. That's okay. We'll play Eccentric Farmer, and we'll just race him here. Okay, cool. Lost Siege Zombie. That's okay. Okay. It's got a bounce spell. It's cool. Okay, we've actually got ourselves a creature here. We can trick him into bouncing the farmer. So he had. I mean, I'd like to put a token on this guy, but it's nice to mill cards. So I think I'm going to Ghoulish Procession, Timberland Guide, put the token on the farmer, swing like that. Okay, interesting. He didn't bounce me. Okay, swing in. Right, just chomping there. Okay. Okay. We'll do another Eccentric Farmer. And, yeah, and the turn there. Do we want the Ecstatic Awakener? Got a zombie to sacrifice. Okay. He's keeping the flyer back. That is an interesting turn of events. We've just top decked an Ecstatic Awakener as well. That's not sorcery speed. That is instant speed sacrifice. We'll play that now. swing in like this. Okay, okay. Right, and turn there. Oh, we could Diregraf Rebirth. Things died. Eccentric Farmer mills more things. Yeah, that seems like fun. And then we hit something big, you see. Haha! That's pretty cool. Right. Yep, self-mill. That was the self-mill reanimator bit actually doing something. That was pretty cool. He was stuck on mana there, to be fair. 3 wins. So we got at least 50-50 on for this one. And of course, Outland Liberator is my way of killing enchantments and artifacts. Just forgot about that in the previous game. Okay, this hand is not so good. We've got a silver bolt to try and keep us alive. We can try and top deck something. We've got mana of both colours. We've got 3 lands. So first 4 cards here, pretty good. Well, yeah, this is the kind of hand you see the pros just mulligan this without even thinking about it. And we're on the play as well. That's not so good. Now the forest is good if we can like not miss our land drops. That's going to help us a great deal. Okay, we've got another land, so we're going to do Candlelit Cavalry turn 5. So we have a plan. We don't have to blow up the first thing we see with Silver Bolt. Okay, over to my turn. Even though it's very tempting. Cool, we got something to do on turn 4. This might get counterspelled, but we'll see. That's one less counterspell for Candlelit Cavalry. It got counterspelled. Okay, that's okay. And we've got Diregraf Rebirth, so we're just gonna get rid of all his counterspells. Yeah, nice. Counterspell number 2. Okay. Malevolent Hermit. It's another counterspell, by the way. And we'll play Candlelit Cavalry number 2. Should probably get bounced or something. Ominous Roost. Oh no. He makes flyers. I can't handle flyers, guys. This isn't fair. Right, this is just a 5/5. Just a 5/5. We're going to swing in. This. And we'll play Diregraf Rebirth. Or 2 Siege Zombies, maybe. 2 siege zombies, 1 siege zombie. Keeps up my Silverbolt mana. Because Malevolent Hermit is quite obnoxious. This guy is also obnoxious. Alright, I think... I'm going to shoot the Shipwreck Sifters. I don't know if he's got a trick to discard a card at instant speed. We'll see. See what he's got. It's out of there. That's good. Siege Zombie trades here. Okay, Starthorn. Ah, he got me. Okay, Dawnhart Rejuvenator is a good blocker. And it makes mana. And it gives me life points. Or I could just get another 5/5 and just absolutely roll over him, assuming he's got not much left. So I'm facing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So I don't think it's that easy a decision, really. But let's swing in like this. Okay. Seven mana. I think I want to do this. Whilst he's tapped out. So, he's got 2 power, he's got 1 power, so I can get Coven and Duel for Dominance to kill his Wing Shredder. Let's play an Ecstatic Awakener. Should we play a Siege Zombie first? And what am I doing? He's got Malevolent Hermit. Malevolent Hermit. Don't forget that that's on the board. Anyway, we've done 2 things, so that should flip back to 1/4 next turn, and we'll just swing with the Candlelit Cavalries, which now have trample. Thank you, Coven. Okay, Wing Shredder. Here's a funny thing. If he sacks the Hermit, then I win the fight. Okay, put on top. Yeah. That whiffs. We do 5 damage. Oh well. Yeah, he had a removal card. I guess he's got startled again. He's got a bit of damage here. It's 8, 9, 10 more damage. I guess the Awakener could trade here. That's just 9 damage going through. It's not a good moment for the Awakener to like sacrifice something. So I'm gonna just block with it, take 9. What about Giant Growth? Yeah, he could have 2 Giant Growths. I'm not going to worry about it. I think, yeah, fair play. Right, spell from graveyard gets the 2/2 flyer. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Right. Just swing in. He's got 4 damage in the air. He's got a way of pumping them by 1. That's bad. I think I'll gain 3 life. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe it had to be Candlelit Cavalry to win. But I was worried I'd lose this turn if he had a pump spell. Because now I just lose because he's got enough blockers. And he's only going to take 1 damage. Can't block his things. Darn it. Well, what a close game. Feel the duel for dominance maybe was mistimed. I shouldn't have done it into so much open mana. It seemed like a brilliant idea at the time. So I think we're just going to swing in like this. So Diregraf Rebirth is, yeah, a thing. But we can't play it. Yeah, just stop dawdling. Right, play this. Good game. So I may have just tricked myself into losing that game by, seeing ghosts. If he didn't have a pump spell, then I think I was on 5 life. I'd have gone down to 1. I'd have had the 2 5/5s threatening to win the game. Yeah, so I kind of, yeah, I thought, yeah, I needed the 3 points of life gain. But actually, it just lined up perfectly for him to just win the next turn. So, yeah, that wasn't good. Oh well. I convinced myself he must have a pump spell or something. It's that, oh no, I'm going to lose next turn feeling. But you're not thinking, actually, if I don't lose, I'm going to win the next turn if I just play the 5/5. Or he's got a chump block with a 2/2 flyer. And well, anyway, hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. This looks okay. This looks fine. So let's keep 7. Two, okay. Have the Vengeful Strangler. Sanctifier, great. 2 creatures this guy can trade off with. You definitely don't want to trade off with a Vengeful Strangler in this situation. Right. Well, we need a 2/2. The Siege Zombie is on defense duty here. The Occultist is not much good. Oh no, the Unruly Mob. Well, we've got Defenestrate for that, I guess. That's got flying now. Ah, 1 power. Damn it. It's interesting we can Defenestrate that guy, but let's swing in here. Go on, block with the Unruly Mob. So, the Witch is going to do 2 damage every turn from now on. Novice Occultist doesn't do a lot for me. I think Defenestrate seems good. I'm going to regret it almost as soon as I play it, but yeah, let's take it out. This mob gets bigger. It's got black mana as well. Ah. Morbid Opportunist. Yep, it was literally a turn, and he played something so much worse than a Candlegrove Witch. Vengeful Strangler in there. He gets to draw a card. Then we attach the Strangler though. If we don't attack, we can start pinging with Siege Zombie. So that's not a bad plan. His board looks a little bit stronger than mine, to be honest. Or her board, Sandra's board. And I have drawn a sizable amount of land. Okay, it's getting candle trapped. Fair enough. It couldn't block before. Now now it can't attack. Oh, it's getting exiled. That makes sense. If I tap with everything, I just do 1 damage and then I have to let through his attacks. So yeah, nice Coven play. Okay, we got something significant. Another 2/2. Yep, that's gonna win. I can't deal with the Soul Guide Griffith in this deck, I'm afraid. Not even this can deal with it. It's not a werewolf, unfortunately. Play a Silver Bolt. That said, we can pop a Morbid Opportunist, but it makes the mob a 3/3. So we're caught in a dilemma here. I think we really don't want him to draw more cards, so thought we'd better do that before the Bereaved Survivor hits the board. Homestead Courage, yeah, sure. Three-turn clock. 15-turn clock for my plan. Suppose if we do nothing, it goes to night, and this is slightly bigger, which might be significant. So let's not do anything. Wow, yeah, all the death triggers. Death triggers everywhere. And yeah, he gets to do the Celestus Sanctifier gets to do its thing. I'm a fan of this card. I think it's good. Gets to get rid of that annoying land that's in your deck. This gains me 3 life. I think that's a solid plan. And we'll get another Occultist out. What we needed to get was a few Bird Admirers, but we didn't. I think I only saw one in the draft, unfortunately. See how low we can get my opponent. 12. Okay, got our big creature. No creatures in the graveyard at all, just one exiled. Probably could have been doing that every turn. Oh, we got them down to 9 health. Yep. Not enough removal, no way to deal with flyers. Kind of a problem in draft, I think. But there you go. But I guess we were a combo deck. We had kind of a game plan to just overwhelm the opponent. So in theory, we're not worrying too much about what my opponent is doing. We never did try doing the Puppet Stitcher splash. I think it's probably the right call, though. I don't think it's not going to make the deck more consistent. It's like occasionally it's going to be brilliant, like 1% of the time, but there's maybe not that many instants and sorceries in the deck to fuel it. I suppose they do have flashback though. Anyway, this was the deck. The coolest thing about the deck, the two cool things, we've got 2 Ecstatic Awakener for turn 1 and 3 Novice Occultists. I was so taken by Novice Occultist, I picked the first one over Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Right, of course, which would have been a wonderful removal spell to have in this run. Because I thought, oh, you never see Novice Occultists. That they seem rarer than Olivia's Midnight Hunt. So of course I managed to get 2 more, but still, it means the deck's more of a combo deck than a control deck. We're going to do it. So we're going to try and we got to do our Ecstatic Awakener combo I think a couple of times, so that was pretty good. The other cool thing, we got a couple. We're a self-mill reanimator deck, so we've got a couple of Eccentric Farmers. We had one really good game where we actually reanimated the farmer to get an extra bit of milling going to find the Candlelit Cavalry, so that the flashback rebirth would get the cavalry out. That was pretty cool. We've got Ghoulicaller's Harvest as well. That was the rare, which potentially makes a lot of zombies, but and it was okay. We did this a couple of times in 2 games, and it helped us win with our siege zombie plan. We just pinged our opponents to death, so that was nice. We tried out a few cards we've not tried before. Tapping at the Window. It's kind of a self-mill card that looks for creatures. It just looks terrible. So I've never used it before, but it could be worse. It's not this. I mean, it's self-mill. It is what it is. I guess we did add this Duel for Dominance removal card. This is our way of getting rid of flyers. That and Silverbolt. This is our only way of getting rid of the Soul Guide Griff flyer. This is a bit of a pain for us because it survives Silverbolt. Defenestrate, not the best. It's not a great removal spell, to be honest, for this deck. We do have 1 reach creature. We've got the Bounding Wolf, but it's only a 3/2. So I thought, that was a good pickup, the Bounding Wolf. I'm glad we got 1 of these. The Grizzly Ghoul, we tried casting it once, and something happened to it. It got countered, I think. Flip the switch. We ran into, I think there were 3 flip the switches that happened. We had that very close game, of course, against that Platt player. And just to recap, I had a choice between casting Candlelit Cavalry, a second Candlelit Cavalry, and he was on 5 life with... He had 2 potential blockers. But one of them he was attacking with a 2/2 flyer and 2 1/1 flyers, ravens that can only block flyers. So I was dead in 2 turns. But I was dead in 1 turn to a pump spell, and that's what... I just played somebody who had 2 pump spells, I think, the previous game. So I thought, oh, he's got the pump spell. I won't play my Candlelit Cavalry. I'll play Dawnhart Rejuvenator, because I'm smart. That gains me life. But it took me from 5 to 8 life. And he had 4 power in the air. He didn't have a pump spell, so instead of dying in 2 turns, I died in 2 turns. Because he's taking 4 life off each round. If I'd simply played a Candlelit Cavalry, if he had nothing in hand, he had to keep back. He'd have had to keep back a 2/2 flyer to jump block, right? So I think I had. He may have been. He may have had something, but I think you've got to call people's bluff. I should have realised that was my only chance of winning, playing the second cavalry. Yeah. But, yeah, these things happen. Yeah. Yeah, fun deck, though. Yeah, a little bit weak against flyers. It would be nice to get, like, 3 reach creatures in this deck, I think. 3 bird admirers would round it out quite well. Ideally, you want more creatures in the deck, so you've got more targets for Diregraf Rebirth, Ghoulish Harvest, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I think that is a video. Let me just claim my prize. Thanks for watching.